Hi everybody, this is Roxy, and YolieBean and I decided a while ago to swap mini albums, and we came up with the theme Inspiring Women. So I took one of the little dollar board books and I cut off the handles and found a couple handles at Mike's that they're actually, I think, for cigar boxes. Here's the little label that they were in. And they do come with mounting hardware, but this is more for, you know, putting it on top of something like that. So if you're going to do something like this, I would suggest going out and get your engineering degree, because the idea I had in my head on how to do this didn't work, and I had to really refine it and redesign it. And of course, I work by binding it after I'm all done, so I've got a couple extra little holes, but we covered them up, so it's fine. But anyways, here is Yolie's little mini, and I put some Juicy Couture bling on it just to kind of, well, it's not real Juicy Couture, but, you know, kind of did it so it's got that look. And then this is one of Yolie's belt buckles that she sent me a rack on, and it just is perfect, I think, for these little handles. I used some green elastic from the Vintage Finding to bind it, and I bound it up here, and then I bound it down here, and I was going to try to just bind these two little, like catch these two things, pokey things from the handles, but that didn't work, so that's where the engineering degree would come in. But my friend Dawn from Commentary made a comment the other day. I wasn't even asking her, like, you know, I hadn't even brought this up or anything, but I can't remember what she was talking about, but she said something like, you know, E6000 glue will glue a cannonball to chipboard, and I thought, well, there you go. So that's what I did. I put two eyelets in, and I shoved because there's these little things, pokey things that come out here that would actually go in that mounting thing. So I put them in there with some E6000 and a eyelet, and they're there for good. So I will show you, this is just some of that little bling that Michael sells on a little TH clippy thing. And my idea for this was, excuse me, I don't know how Yolie's doing her, but I put in women over the years, and, you know, from history, I guess, that have inspired me, or that I find inspiring. And, you know, a lot of times they've had some adversity. And I think sometimes, you know, like they say, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So my first inspiring woman is Eleanor Roosevelt. She herself said she was a very shy person, and, you know, was married to FDR. And I think for someone I mean, she was like painfully shy, but she became such a spokeswoman. And I personally think that she is, you know, the so-called first lady. I think she is the first one who really fought for people and tried to better people, and, you know, really tried to make changes. What I did is I just put a couple photos in. These don't come out. Some do. And then I made some of those grunge flowers, which they are so much fun. I love them. When I first saw them, I thought, you know, a little too grungy for me, but they are so much fun. What I did is I just took my slice card, and I think it's from the Basics 3 or Basics 1. Anyways, if anybody wants to know, I'll tell you. But it's just a simple cutout flower, and with the slice, you can go in about 1/2 inch increments from 1 inch up to 4 inch. So I did like 3 inches, 2 inches, or 2.5, 2, 1.5, and on some I did 1. And then I added quotes, because I know Yolie likes quotes, and so do I. So here's Eleanor's quote is, "The purpose of life, after all, is to live it, to taste experience to the utmost, to reach out eagerly and without fear for newer and richer experiences." And if you don't know about Eleanor Roosevelt, I would really strongly urge you to you know, read up on her. There's a really good PBS documentary out that came out a couple of years ago. She's a fascinating woman. So anyways, okay, so my next one is Emily Post, and don't laugh, but I really like studying and learning about etiquette. And I have a lot of her books. I have a first edition of her book, and then I have, you know, editions after that. I also have a book called Wedding Etiquette that I think it's her great niece edits. Anyways, her quote is, "Manners are a sensitive awareness of the feelings of others. If you have that awareness, you have good manners, no matter what fork you use." So that's kind of, I guess that's why I like etiquette. Okay, and the next inspiring woman is Tamara de Lempicka. She is probably the artist who brought Art Deco into introduced it to the world. Let me see now, where's my, okay, I have some of her prints, and her, you know, Art Deco ran, it was only popular from 1925 to 1940, and she introduced it at the Paris World Expo. And then I included for Yolie, these are the prints that I have of Tamara's. And this is a self-portrait of Tamara. And she did it for Bugatti. And Bugatti hired her to do a portrait. And they wanted a yellow car. But Tamara is, I mean, she like always bucked the system. She made it a green car. And Bugatti was probably like Bentley of today or Rolls-Royce of today. I mean, it was like, you know, the marquee car. And this is just girl in green dress. And this one I have, this is actually a print that I have in my office, and quite honestly, this is me at work. Any job I've ever had, that's me. So I really respond to this. Anyway, so there's some photos. I'll put those back later. And her quote is, "I live life in the margins of society, and the rules of normal society don't apply to those who live on the fringe." So that's Tamara. I actually, how I found her art, I was at like a linen store, and I was looking for some bedding or whatever, and there was a woman there that had this print, and she had it on the floor. She was trying to find drapery to go with it, and it was kind of a little bit higher end linen store. They were having a clearance sale. That's what I was doing there. Anyway, I just was drawn to this picture. It was, I don't think it was either one of these. No, it was another one that I almost got, but I didn't. But anyways, I just asked her, but I said, you know, who is that? I just love, because what Tamara does is she really brings in kind of the feminine, well, not